Hey y'all, it's NEV G coming back at you. It's good to be back. It's my first official video outside of the intro video that I did a couple weeks ago. In this video, I wanted to discuss something very important and something I learned even more about than I thought I knew coming back into video games after taking a bit of a break back around 2013-14 for a few years. Life happens. So anyway, I want to talk about cables and especially displays right behind me and how cables relate to them. I've always been into video, having sort of been the unofficial family technician growing up. You know, my mom asking, make the VCR work, it doesn't look right, So I kind of figured that stuff out on my own from experience. And when playing video games, I wanted it to look the best. So for example, back in the Nintendo days when I was 10, 11, 12, when I was playing Nintendo, 87, 88, I used to connect to the TV, which I figured out, via the composite output, which is the yellow and red cables that came with the Nintendo. Because I figured out that the Nintendo actually looked better connecting that manner versus the RF output or radio frequency. These days we have a lot newer and much more sophisticated technology. But the one connection, the most important connection between yourself as the player and the display are your video cables. So people have gone through great lengths to be able to connect older technology with newer technology and bridge the gap, because televisions are much different than they used to be. Now, with that, people have gone through even greater lengths to provide the proper cables and methods to be able to connect to newer displays. One such example is HD Retrovision. These guys have it down when it comes to component cables, which is the separated red, green, and blue from your audio. And they provide a cable that is the best I've seen personally. Now this is from personal experience. I've used composite, I've used HDMI and many different methods of connecting to newer TVs over the years. But when it comes to systems like the Super Nintendo that is on right behind me, which displays RGB natively, these cables are a godsend. They provide a nice clear picture, which I'm actually have Super Castlemania on behind me. And additionally, when upscaled properly, depending on how your TV outputs or what it's being given, can look super crisp and probably the best you've ever seen on a modern, everyday average display. So in this video, I want to show you a set of their cables, my feelings on why they actually do so well as far as display, and additionally where you can pick these up. Now, I found these on my own through my own research, bought them myself to try them out, and have had great success. So I'm just conveying that onto you. I'm not affiliated with HD Retrovision, but for me, when I find a product that works well, I want to tell everyone. So hopefully it can benefit you. So let's get to it. So these here are HD Retrovision cables. Now with these cables, a few important things make these cables very high quality. First of all, the shielding. Cables are prone to interference from many different sources, especially if you have multiple electronic devices connected beyond your TV. You additionally have very high quality connections to connect to your either display, or if you have a selector, if you have multiple devices connected to your display, or upscaler. Now they go the extra mile additionally. These are the Sega Genesis cables in particular. Being that the Sega Genesis, the Model 1s, have a separate stereo output, they actually provide you a way to output stereo from the Genesis Model 1 into their cables and out through the left and right audio, which are right here. Or if you don't do that, the sound will come mono through the rear output. Additionally, you have a selection for brightness. These guys really go the extra mile. If you take this little door off, there's a switch here which you can toggle either standard or brighter picture output depending on your display. Really come in very handy because all systems display differently, and these cables can actually be used via an adapter with multiple different systems. For example, I have a second set of these that connect to my Sega Saturn. Additionally, they also used to offer an adapter to connect these to a Neo Geo, AES or CD system. So many different uses for these cables. Otherwise, they're primarily Sega Genesis. Now, as far as where to get these, my favorite place to get them from is Castlemania games. Castlemania, from my experiences, which I actually was informed of them by a YouTuber who I enjoy watching, Roxolid Productions, Gary, shout out to him. And upon hearing him mention them in his videos, and additionally a few other YouTubers, I decided to give them a try. I've ordered from my first time to now, and I've had quite a few great experiences with them, and I appreciate that. So for me, with that experience, I definitely highly recommend them. All right, everybody, thank you. That's going to do it for today. However, I will be back soon with some more video game content. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying this long. Be well, stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Peace.
You win. Perfect.